Let's say notional principal is 100 crores.
Sir, give me a minute. I can calculate it.
Okay, okay.
Sir, you can start. Excuse me, sir.
Okay, hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm also waiting for it.
I'm
Yes.
waiting for you since long time. I thought you are talking. Okay, okay. So did you see this like data? Yes. Hello.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
This data is in front of you. So what we here, what is the main concept here? We treat each quarterly swap payment as equivalent to FRA. You need to find out the
Okay.
payments and tell to me right now. And see here, FRA settles every 90 days. Okay. Now I am giving you the task. Market reference rate is, let's say, 5.5. What is your fixed rate? 5%. Okay. This is floating, that is fixed. So who will pay to whom? Fixed will pay or floating will pay? Who is going to benefit? Fixed rate payer or floating rate payer?
Fixed rate.
Of course, the fix is going to gain or going to receive. So how are we going to calculate that? MRR 1 minus F into, this is going to be for how much? We have taken 90 days, 1 quarter. So 1 by 4 into 100 crores, the notional principal, and 0.55 minus 0.05. What is going to be? Hepzibah, tell me. So whatever it is, here the floating rate is more than the fixed rate. So the floating rate payer is going to make the payment to fixed rate payer. So fixed rate is going to receive more money. So it is going to be 12.5 lakhs. Okay. Floating payer is going to pay to fixed payer. That's what. So fixed payer is going to get benefits from this. In the same way, you can calculate for other quarters. MRR is 0.48 in the next quarter. We are not going to do the calculation. We're just going to see who is going to pay to whom. So here, who is going to pay to whom? 0.48 is floating and 5 is fixed. So fixed is going to pay to floating or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And if it is 5.2, floating. If it is 4.9, fixed. Okay, that's done. That's understood fact. Now, one concept is done. Another concept is, how will you find out the swap rate? That is the next concept. We will do a question how to calculate the swap rate. Okay, par swap rate. And the formula of that is this. It is similar to the concept of IRR. What is IRR concept? Present value of cash inflow is equal to present value of cash outflow, the rate at which. Okay. So swap rate is also the rate at which all the floating payments and fixed payments should be equal. What I said? All the floating payments and fixed payments should be equal. Now, let's do the calculation. First, I'm going to write the formula. You make the note of formula. Very important formula here. The formula we can take from the textbook also, right? This is the formula which we are going to follow right now. Let's make the note. Let's make a note of this formula. So the formula says market reference rate 1 by 1 plus the spot rate for the period 1 plus market reference rate in the second quarter and the spot rate in the second quarter, market reference rate in the third quarter, spot rate in the third quarter. So this is also going to increase square cube power 1. Market reference rate in the fourth quarter, 1 plus spot rate in the fourth quarter. All this, sum total should be equal to the RHS, 1 plus S1. Fixed rate is going to be the fixed. This is the swap rate. We are going to calculate fixed rate. This is the formula. Let's do a question and close this concept. So let's say spot rates. The spot rate in the first quarter is 5%. So we are taking 1 year swap with quarterly payments, 4 periods. Okay. Spot rate in the second quarter, spot rate in the third quarter, spot rate in the fourth quarter. So at initiation, first few points you should understand and some important concepts. See, you will be coming across some particular terminologies like price. Price meaning is nothing but the fixed interest rate set up in the swap contract, also called as par swap rate. The fixed rate set in. So we will find out that fixed rate only right now. MRR will be different. Only fixed rate we can calculate. Then coming to value. The net benefit or gain or loss of the swap after it starts, depending on how interest rates move. This is gain. That means every derivative will create value for you, right? If you take call option, stock price is more than strike price. You find out the value of the call option. In the same way, if we go for a swap agreement, 5% is fixed, 7% is floating. Okay, so you receive 7%, you pay 5, so you gain here, right? So that is going to create the value for the swap contract. At start of swap, value is always 0. They are asking MCQs in this format. What is the value of the swap at the beginning of the period or at the initiation? And when the later periods, as the interest rates change, the swap creates value for you. Either you gain or you lose. Okay. So now we will, this formula what we have written above was the formula for calculating the par swap rate or no arbitrage rate. Okay. So par swap rate is nothing but present value of expected floating payments by present value of $1 for each period. I will tell you what that is while doing the calculation. Okay. So these are the swap rates. Now, forward rates implied. That means we are going to take MRR. So we can calculate F from this. Okay. Now we are going to do present value of floating. What is the floating? We are going to convert this into decimals. The rates. Okay. Let's say those are like amounts. Those are like amounts. See, 5.2% into $1 is going to be what? Convert this into decimals and multiply with $1. How much? 5.2 divided by 100. 0.052 into $1 is 0.052 only. Correct, Hepsiba? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Discount. Yeah, discount it with what rates? Spot rate. What is the spot rate given to you? This is your MRR1 in the formula. 1 plus 0.05 is 1.05. Correct? Second, 0.054 divided by 1.05, 1.055, right? Whole square plus 0.056. You have to do the calculation and tell me. 0.6 whole cube. So what is your calculation here? When I take up all this, I'll write the amounts. The first one 0.0495, the second one 0.0485, the third one 0.0470, the fourth one 0.0451, and the total present value of floating 0.1901. Okay, this is done. Now this was about the floating LHS. Now we'll go for the RHS. So shall I move forward, Epsiba? You want to see once?
Sir, wait a minute.
Okay.
Sir, reconstruct.
Okay, okay. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, present value of fixed payments. Now, see, I can take F common, right? In the RHS equation, 1 by 1.05. So you have to solve this. What is your LHS side equation? So when you solve this, you'll get F into 3.482. So you know LHS should be equal to RHS. Your LHS was 0.1901. RHS is divide. You're going to get 0.0546 into 100. 5.46% is your par swap rate. Done. So this is the rate which makes the swap have zero value at the beginning. Okay. After finishing, tell me Epsiba.
Finish, sir.
So this is nothing but the rate. What happens? MRR by 1 plus S1 SI power I. MRR I if I take summation of this. Summation of fixed by 1 plus SI whole power I. So this is the floating rate. This is the par swap rate. What is this? So PV of
That's right.
floating payment is equal to PV of fixed payment. At which rate? At par swap rate. Okay. So fixed leg payment present value should be equal to floating rate, uh, floating rate leg present value. So that is what this is, the no arbitrage par swap rate. And at initial stages, swap is not going to create any value for you. As you move forward, it's going to create value for you. So at initiation, if swap value is zero, present value of floating payment is equal to present value of fixed payment, right? Either way, it's not going to create any value. So this is the end of the topic, Hepzibah. This chapter is done. As see, given the current spot rates, we can calculate the implied expected forward rates and then solve for F. I did the solving part right now. The fixed rate that will give the swap value of zero. This is the rate at which your swap value is zero at the initial stages, right? An increase in expected future day rates will produce an increase in the value of fixed rate pair position in swap. As the time will pass, the swap agreement will create value for whom? For the parties in the contract, right or wrong? That's what. So Epsiba, we are done with this chapter today. Go through this chapter completely. You require these videos to be seen.
No,
Hello.
sir, I don't.
You understood, right? Completely.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tomorrow's chapter, I'm clearly telling tomorrow's chapter is this. Pricing and valuation of options. Put call parity theorem I'll send you. And we have only one chapter, valuing a derivative using one period binomial model. If these two topics, this is done, put call parity, I'll send you. These two are done, right? In 2 days. Other, whatever you have missed out, I'll send all the videos to you. We can go for fixed income, very critical and crucial chapters. Any other chapter you want to know, you want to study, you tell me, I'll explain. And then we can start problem solving. Okay. So this in 1 week, I want to wind up the things. Okay, Epsima?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So tomorrow, what time?
8.
8. Tomorrow, actually, 8, bole to I have some function tomorrow. I'll try my level best to come soon. If 8:30 also okay, right? Only for tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, no problem. 8 a.m. 8 p.m. dot, I'll be ready.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Epsima? Okay, done. Then be ready for
Yes,
the class.
thank you.
Thank you. Bye.